Welcome everyone to another brand new season of the Buffalo Bulls Dynasty. It's year 4, with the Bulls coming off their most successful year in the series, winning the Myrtle Beach Bowl against Notre Dame with our first winning record of the Dynasty. I'm viewing this new year as the start of a new chapter. We graduated 28 players from last year's team. There are still some stars you'll recognize, players like Lamar Sperling and Leon Dingle return, but a lot of the players that will determine the success of this year are players we've really never seen before. But I'm excited about many of these players, including Tyler Hilton, who's taken a massive leap this season, and the development of this line should give us the best we've seen in the series. 4-star John Burns is a true freshman who will start immediately. I'm optimistic about the offense, but I'm not sure what to think yet about the defense. We had the MAC's best defensive unit and then dominated Notre Dame in the bowl game last year. But I'd say we graduated at least the 5 best players from that defense. And now we've got new faces along the D-line, 2 new starters in the secondary, replacing 2 very good corners. There isn't a lot of proven talent returning for this defense. And then you've got the quarterback situation. Who will start? Will it be Eric Pacheco, who came in and boosted us to a win against Notre Dame? Or could it be the newcomer E.J. Colson? I have decided that I can't make that decision until I really find out who this team is and learn what we do best. Both Eric Pacheco and E.J. Colson will play today. My plan has been to give Eric Pacheco the start. I know he's got a lot of support down in the comment section, but I'd like to see Pacheco play about 3 drives and then Colson get the middle portion of the game and see where things go from there. There are so many new pieces on the team this year, and I don't know how it's all going to fit together, so we're going to learn as we go. If the offense is best with E.J. Colson, who is the better downfield passer, that requires us to be good at some things that we have not been good at in the series, giving him enough protection, getting open downfield. I've still wanted this to be a very run-focused offense. We have a strong interior, good running backs, and Eric Pacheco fits that style of play, and it worked for us against Notre Dame last season. For this defense, I want to see how the new defensive line comes together. We're having to replace a lot of great players from last year, including Wesley Williams and Jake Jackson. We had over 40 sacks as a team, and I really want to see the pass rush continue to be a strength, but it'll have to do so with new players and a secondary that has less proven talent. 2 new starters on the outside. And we're going to learn a lot about this team today as we meet our rivals from Temple. And at the top of their roster, I recognize Addison Jovanovich. I tried to recruit him, and a lot of our recruiting battles end up against Temple. And we've lost many of them. I recognize some names across this roster. And not only that, but we have gotten blown out by this team on 2 different occasions. Temple is Buffalo's top rival, and we have no-showed in those matchups. Tyler Douglas is still their quarterback, and he's put together a couple solid years, but year 2 was a downgrade from year 1. I've liked this as a week 1 matchup for us. Let's get right into a rivalry game on the road and see if we can establish a new identity for this offense. As Chapter 2 of the Dynasty gets underway, I really want to see how this new core comes together. It can take some time, and it certainly did in the first couple years of the Dynasty. By the time we got to year 3, the team was much better, and we could have ended up with even more wins than the 7 that we had. We're seeing even more players that were brought in during the Dynasty take on those starting roles as they try to take Buffalo to that next level. We enter this year as a 1-star school again. My goals for this year include becoming a 2-star school and competing for the MAC championship. We're going to learn a lot about this team during non-conference play, and it's time to hit the field and get underway in Season 4. Thank you for all the support in the Dynasty to this point. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button for much more Buffalo Bulls Dynasty on the way. If you'd like to help out the series by leaving a like, that'd be much appreciated. And leave your expectations for this team down below, along with any players you think can really break out in a big way. And with that, let's get Season 4 officially underway. Nick Reed sends us off in Philly. And Temple's going to start at the 25-yard line. Last year's meeting was an ugly 41-9 loss for Buffalo. We try to put the last two defeats behind us. Tyler Douglas is the quarterback. He hands to Rasheem Spriggs, who gets stuffed by Ladarius Kennedy. He is a new starter at linebacker. Spriggs, right side, finding more space off tackle, and rips off a long run of 25 yards. Temple going no huddle. And Douglas across the middle, it is incomplete. Ramari Taylor on the coverage. And 3rd and long Temple, looking for the mid-screen. A catch and run to the 50, and not much further as Temple will be forced to punt. Braylon Staley did not transfer in the offseason. He is back deep, but the kick goes out of bounds. Staley, a speedster, will be a big part of this offense. And Eric Pacheco is going to take the first snaps of the year. Pacheco excels on short passes and is a very good running threat. The year opens in the pistol. Dallas Roche, the slot receiver, and the pass goes backwards, but it was tipped incomplete, not a fumble. It is 2nd and 10, and the carry goes to Lamar Sperling. In his senior season, he gains 7. And it's 3rd down on the opening drive. Heavy pressure coming, and the pass is caught. That is Dallas Roche, a senior wideout who's been waiting for his turn. And in the process, he's been developing his route running skills, and I'm excited to see those unleashed. That's his first catch at Buffalo. Now Leon Dingle carries, last year's leading rusher, just shy of 1,000 yards on the year. 2nd down, it's a screen. Kevin Kajus, the tight end, up across the 50 for about 8. Sperling, the running back, 3rd and 2. Pacheco keeps and goes nowhere, losing yards in the process. And Buffalo will have to kick. Travis Kesey boots it away. And Temple will have the ball at the 11. 2 deep safeties again for Buffalo. That's primarily what we play, as the stop is made by David Anderson. He and Penei Fuimauno are new starters. That's a good downhill tackle to force 3rd and 5 for Temple. They want to set up the screen and could not do so cleanly. It is an Owl 3 and out. Staley back deep, and this time he might have a chance. Across the 40, makes a move and is tackled at the 49-yard line. Good field position for Pacheco in the offense. They've changed the play with no deep safety. Pacheco launching downfield, and it's broken up for Kevin Kajust. I think they anticipated some pressure on that play. It never came. 2nd down, and Lamar Sperling carries and gains 6. 3rd down at the Temple 45-yard line. Eric Pacheco throws complete, and it's Kevin Kajust for the 1st down. Making their way into field goal range, it is Sperling, able to grind out a couple. Now they bring Kajust across and open up a lane for Sperling, who spins his way down to the 10. 25 yards to Lamar Sperling. We have not seen those big runs from him since his freshman year. Pacheco, 1st and goal. He has Kajust getting a lot of targets early on. Now 4 yards from the end zone. Power pistol look, and chasing down Leon Dingle from the backside is Jordan Montgomery, who took over last year's meeting. 3rd and goal. Pacheco to the air. He fires and is intercepted at the 1. And Temple shuts down Buffalo's first red zone trip. Just a throw that shouldn't be attempted here. That's a lot of traffic to try to get this ball through. And the Owls take over. They will run on first down, and Spriggs has the outside again. Chased down by Brenton Lampman, new starter at free safety. Carry for Spriggs, all kinds of daylight. This was a much improved run defense last season, already showing signs of heavy regression. But what is Joey McCune doing? Play your gap, dude. 1st and 10 Owls, running Spriggs. And this time he's met but still earns 7 yards. They bring down an extra defender this time, and it's a fake. And wide open! It is caught inside the 15. Temple driving, looking for their first points. Pass is caught inside the 5. Owls are knocking on the door at the 1, and Douglas keeps, and nobody on Buffalo was fooled. Anderson makes the play. 3rd and goal. Douglas, touchdown Temple. Lamar Johnson Fuller hauls it in, and there are your first points of the season. They belong to the Temple Owls. We've already seen over 120 rushing yards in this game. Both teams establishing that early, and this is Sperling for a couple more. So 3rd drive for Eric Pacheco. Hands this to Dingle, and he brings it up to the 30-yard line. 3rd down again for the Buffalo offense. Pacheco gets it away and hooks up with Dallas Roche. And it's a 1st down. He's going to play in the slot this year. I'm really excited about what he can do. And now they're going to get to the outside with Sperling. Getting a block from John Burns on this sweep, and he is the 4-star true freshman that I think can become the anchor of this offensive line. In Temple territory again, time to throw, and that is incomplete. Little bit behind Roche. He is a good route runner, but doesn't have great catch in traffic. 3rd and 6, and that's Braylon Staley on the tunnel screen. And he's shy of the marker, but close enough for Buffalo to bring the offense out and sneak it ahead with Eric Pacheco. 3 receivers for the Bulls, and Pacheco's going to get out of the pocket. Has to dump it to Kajust. 4 more. 2 safeties deep for Temple, and here is Sperling up the middle. Big gash to the 20-yard line. Tyler Hilton getting up in the 2nd level. Red zone trip for the 2nd time, and Kajust makes the catch. And he's had 5 already. We'll see if he's a more consistent player this season. Dingle on the carry, not much this time. Again met with 3rd down, but they've kept these 3rd downs pretty manageable. They need 5, and Pacheco is chased. Dishes outside for Dingle, and he's shy of the sticks. But I think they're going to leave the offense out there again. It's only about a foot to go. Did they get it? Yes, 1st down is the ruling. But that was way too close. Dingle, he's got a path inside the 5, down to the 3. A long drive put together by Buffalo. It's Leon Dingle to cap it off with 6. First rushing score of the year. Buffalo ties the game. That was a 16-play possession that took 2 4th down conversions. Temple on a pass that was contested, and it is caught. From their own 35, an opening, and Spriggs, again good yardage on 1st down. Temple continues to find us in these light boxes. It's 2nd down, good catch and run upfield into Bull territory. Temple finding a bit of a rhythm over these last 2 drives, but here comes the pressure, and it's Jakari Bennett, who last year was a rotational edge rusher and could be more of a full-time player here this season. That's a wrap-up of Douglas. Good play by Laith Shama. An addition through the transfer portal. Long 3rd down, and Douglas throws and finds an open receiver. Johnson Fuller. And Buffalo was inches from getting this pass knocked down. but it's a big conversion that extends the drive. And Spriggs runs right through the center of the defense and is over 100 yards on 10 carries. 2nd and goal. Dumped and caught for the touchdown, Rasheem Spriggs. Temple is back in front with less than 2 to go in the first half. So we've got some offense established now in this game, and Buffalo will now look to get their 2-minute offense established, and they're going to do so with E.J. Colson. In the offseason practice, we got to see how good of a downfield passer he is, and we're going to be looking to throw here as he lofts the pass, dropped right into Austin Harris. That is a perfect throw for 17. Again, Colson throws and finds Roche in the middle. Gain of 8. Temple in press coverage and a single high safety. Colson, he's going to launch this one deep downfield. It's caught by Staley. Touchdown! It's a 3-play touchdown drive. Welcome to Buffalo, E.J. Colson. 51-yard touchdown to Braylon Staley. Last season, we really didn't have a vertical element. But the way everything fits together this season, there's a lot of potential there. I just wasn't sure coming in how real that potential would be. 14 apiece, and that is off the hands of the receiver. 3rd down for Temple, 1:17 to go. Douglas running out of time and is sacked by Shamar Riser-Presley. And he's someone else you can expect to see a lot of this season. Nice job spinning back into the quarterback. And we're going to get the football back now with about 30 seconds left. And Staley returns it to about the 41. And E.J. Colson brings the offense back out. Now they back off the secondary a bit. Colson lets it fly, and it's caught by Cajuste. Down to the 11 for a gain of 30. Already hitting the big passes. He'll sprint to the line and spike it with 22 left. Gotta be careful now using the middle of the field. And Colson throws outside, finds Cajuste, who is tackled out of bounds at the 1. 18 seconds left. They are barely outside the end zone, and Colson will throw, getting the touchdown. Lamar Sperling's first score of the season. And E.J. Colson has thrown 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes to put Buffalo ahead. What a swing of momentum here at the end of the first half, as Spriggs continues to run well through a defense that has no answers. Temple's got enough time to press the gas here a bit and maybe get a Hail Mary off. Douglas looking for his best Aaron Rodgers impression. And he's sacked to end the first half. Ramari Taylor closes out the second quarter, and it's a 21-14 lead for Buffalo. Things got off to a slow start with Eric Pacheco, but everything came together for E.J. Colson's 2 drives there at the end of the first half. I'm just not used to seeing this offense be able to stand and throw downfield like this from the pocket. And Colson's deep ball is so impressive. We saw it in practice. Now we see it when it counts. Let's get the second half underway. There was a hold on the kickoff that will have Buffalo start at their 10, and Colson is the quarterback who fakes, is under heavy duress, and there's another flag. So an incredible start to this drive for Buffalo. 3rd down and 15 from their own 6. They'll throw a screen, and that's Austin Harris around the outside. It's a 1st down. Wasn't even expecting him to get that. New hope on this drive, and Sperling through a tackle, a gain of 6. Already 77 for Lamar Sperling. Colson will throw him a screen now in the flats, but he is tackled quickly. It sets up 3rd down. Owls bring pressure. Colson throwing, caught by Roche. They cannot cover him one-on-one. Temple has played a lot of man coverage, and Buffalo is beating it. Now Sperling takes a rest, and Dingle carries to the outside. He gets a couple. Again, third down. And here comes even more pressure, and it's out to Staley! Turns it up! 10-5 touchdown! They beat the blitz again! Staley's got his second. And E.J. Colson, in 3 possessions, has 3 touchdown passes. Perfect answer for the blitz. Braylon Staley and Dallas Roche are going to be a handful if you try to play man coverage, and especially if there's no safety help. These guys have quick answers. A 14-point lead opened up for Buffalo, and Douglas is picked off. Ramari Taylor. A sack and the first interception for the Buffalo defense. Taylor played well a year ago as the slot corner. He returns to that same role. And Colson retakes the field, gives inside. It's Dingle for a couple. So now we're seeing Colson run more of the true offense that still wants to run the ball a bit. He's going to roll right and decides to keep it on a gain of 5. Both quarterbacks are effective runners. Now it's 3rd and 3, and there's a hole for Sperling, opened up by Hilton and John Burns. Close to the red zone and throwing it out to Staley on the screen. Able to find an opening and takes it close to another first down. E.J. Colson, 213 yards. And here is Sperling into the second level. Looking for another touchdown drive, and that's Roche in motion. Play fake, Colson on the move. And he'll throw it away. Good coverage by the Owls. 9 yards out on 3rd down, and sprinting right is Colson, and he's nearly intercepted. Temple will get their defense off the field as Nick Reed attempts his first field goal of the season, and the 26-yarder is no good, and it wasn't even close. Please don't tell me we're doing this again this year. 28-14, and Temple takes over here late 3rd. Spriggs actually doesn't run for 10 uncontested yards. 3rd and 5, and the pass is hauled in between defenders. Good conversion. Temple needing to find their rhythm again, and there's an open look, catch and run to the Buffalo 40. Converting some first downs again, Temple at the 38. And here comes pressure. They missed a block on Fui Mauno. How do you miss the 350-pound guy? 2nd and 15. They go across the middle. A nice pickup, setting up a 3rd and manageable. 4 on the pressure. Time for Douglas. It stops short. And the offense is going to stay on for the Owls. Got to recover from a 14-point deficit, and Fui Mauno ends the drive. Turnover on downs. Colson keeping and running upfield. He gains 8 yards. 10 to go in the 3rd quarter, and the fake. Colson steps up, and the defense closes in to force 4th down. We'll make our way into the 4th quarter. Buffalo up 14. Tyler Douglas is going to let this fly. Way downfield, it's caught! Good win inside the 15. They get a big one against Cortez Shed making his debut. And now Buffalo gets the pressure and sacks him again. Riser Presley coming through. It's a long 3rd down for the Temple offense. Pressured again, and nowhere to go with the ball. Now the field goal team comes out to cut this to an 11-point game. The kick is good. And it looks like Buffalo is having Eric Pacheco return to the game, as they'll likely look to lean on the run here in the 4th. Lamar Sperling on the carry and picks up 3. Safety creep down for Temple, 3rd and 6. Pressure sent and picked up. Downfield throw, caught by Roche! First down, Buffalo! And he just lets him find this football. Leads him downfield, and Dallas Roche is making quite the first impression. Leon Dingle cutting to the right. That's one of his better gains. He has 7. It's been a lot more effective for Sperling today. Pacheco 2nd down, dumps it to Dingle. Oh, what a spin! And he'll bring it down to the 16. 17-yard reception for Leon Dingle. Sperling will carry and has about 99 rushing yards for him. Pacheco's going to keep this, not fooled though, and a penalty thrown. And it's a hold on the Bulls. They'll put Dingle out as a slot receiver, and Sperling will sweep it for a few. He's over 100 yards rushing now. 3rd and 12. It's a screen, and that is Messiah Birch for no gain. So out comes Reed again, already missed one shorter than this. His second try is good. Buffalo back up by 14. And now the defense looking to protect for 5:21. A lot of work to do for Temple as Douglas launches downfield and Goodwin makes the catch and he'll take it all the way. A 1-play touchdown strike and Temple is still in this. And they are picking on the freshman Cortez Shed, who is our most athletic corner with the most downfield speed. He's been beat deep twice by Goodwin. It is a 7-point game with a lot of time left. Lamar Sperling off tackle. Nice move. That is a gain of 8. It's paramount that we be able to run in these situations. Sperling grinds out first down yardage. And Buffalo is running the clock down. Dingle back in, tries to bounce it. No success, lost 2. Across the formation is Austin Harris. They avoid a delay of game, and it's a good screen for about 6. They need the 46 to convert. And Pacheco looks to throw. He's under pressure and sacked. Back at the 30. And that is going to force them to kick it back to Temple. 2 minutes left to go. And Temple will have to travel 72 yards. And you cannot get beat deep again. Douglas on first down has a short connection with Johnson Fuller. 3rd and 6, Douglas protected and wide open. He's got a receiver, that's Goodwin. What a game he's putting together. 1:20 on the clock. They're at their 48. Pressured, and Douglas somehow finds Spriggs. And the clock will run. 1:04 to go in the game. Downfield, this time Shed in position to swat it down. Buffalo could perhaps end the game here. 4th and 3. Douglas has time, and an open receiver. Caught at the 29 of Buffalo. 55 to go. Coverage is good. Check down for 3. But they're getting even closer. 3rd and 7. The rush is non-existent, and that's wide open. Hitting the sideline wisely is Evert, the tight end. 1st and 10 from the 13. Douglas gets it away, and Evert, he dropped it! He had it! The game-tying score slips through his hands! What a break for Buffalo! But still, there's time and downs to go. Swung out, Spriggs loses 3 and forces a timeout. 3rd and 13, Douglas. End zone, double covered and broken up. And it's going to come down to this 4th down. They can convert by getting inside the 3. Douglas lets it develop. Passes, and it's caught! Coming back for it, Johnson Fuller lost first down progress, and Buffalo will take over on downs. He's gonna miss this by about a full yard, and Buffalo has won their Week 1 opener, a rivalry win over Temple, and for the first time in the Dynasty, they have won 3 consecutive games going back to last season. What a win, and what a start to season 4. We brought the excitement early this season with one of the best offensive performances of the series. And this game combined featured nearly 1,000 yards of offense. There's obviously a lot of things I already want to correct, but I am very impressed by the play of our offense, especially our drives with E.J. Colson. What a way to start the year. I thought our run game was up and down, but it showed so much more upside, and I felt like Hilton, Camarda, and Burns made a difference. I was excited to see how our receivers would play, and it was a great showing for Braylon Staley and Dallas Roche. We had 2 100-yard receivers and a 100-yard rusher in this game. We're doing things we're not used to in the Dynasty. I still feel really good playing with both quarterbacks. I like both of them a lot. We're probably going to continue this 2-quarterback offense until I can just see more of it. But Colson definitely took a massive step today towards becoming a full-time starter. If that type of passing game is something we can count on more, then I think it changes things. But Temple ran a lot of man coverage and they blitzed a lot. I know a lot of defenses are going to play us differently. I was surprised at how much man coverage we saw, and we had all the answers for that. But quickly here, we got to talk about this missed field goal because I'm confused. Watch the way the ball leaves. It's nowhere close to the arrow. My accuracy wasn't perfect. If anything, I'm expecting it to drift further to the right. Why'd it miss like that? At least we're getting a realistic college kicker experience, I guess. Let's talk recruiting for a little bit today. The targets that we have look really good so far. We've jumped into first for some of these 4-star players. I wish I had 50 more points so I could go all in on a couple more players. Most of these battles favor us. We have work to do for Devontae Carrion, and it might take more points to battle. So some of these players might have to have a bit of a reduction there. And then there's David Ogbonna, who we're in second place for. But I think to win this battle, we probably have to be a lot more aggressive, and we don't have the hours right now. Do I consider scouting him, though, because he plays such a critical position at quarterback? I'll have to figure out how I'm going to sort these points up. I like our targets, but I just cannot go all in on that many with our 1-star hours still at 350. Next time in the Buffalo Dynasty, we take on Syracuse for the first time in the series. 2 teams in New York, very excited about this matchup, and they've had a heartbreaking start to the year. They went toe-to-toe with Penn State in the opener and lost their quarterback, Peter Kingsbury, who played well at the very end, and they lost him to a torn Achilles. His season is over. So they have to change quarterbacks after losing a game they were so close to winning, and we'll see what Robbie Albrecht is all about next time. Wide receiver Zede Haynes is a concern, as we did get beat deep a couple times in this game, and he has the speed to do it again. I've noticed that there are plays where we come out playing press, and I'm not expecting it, and we've given up a lot of long touchdowns throughout the series just because I don't even notice that we have press. Usually when we come to the line, I'm just looking at how we're aligned, like with our box players, and I'm like messing with that. I almost never want to play press coverage, but we come out with like one guy pressing sometimes, and I swear the play art doesn't even show that that's going to happen. Cortez Shed isn't even on the screen, by the way, when we're at the line there, and cover 4 palms here isn't even showing that there's going to be somebody in press coverage. So I've just got to see that and be more aware, because it's led to a lot of touchdowns in the past, and it's a big reason why this game was even close at the end. But happy to have the win, happy to see so many new players play well today. Dallas Roche looks like the truth. His routes are so crisp. He's a fun player. 5'9", 161, though. The catch in traffic is going to be a concern. He did drop one of those today. But excited to continue year 4, everybody. That is going to do it for today. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. And again, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button, because this looks like the most exciting version of the Bulls we've had in this series. Take care, everybody. I'll see you in the next episode.